The Book of Daniel, chapter 11. Also I, in the first year of Darius of the Medes, even I stood to encourage and to strengthen him. And now I will show thee the truth. Behold, there shall stand up yet 3 kings in Persia, and the 4th shall be far richer than they all. And by his strength and by his riches he shall stir up all against the realm of Greece. But a mighty king shall stand up, that shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his pleasure. And when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken, and he shall be divided toward the 4 winds of heaven, and not to his posterity, nor according to his dominion, which he ruled. For his kingdom shall be plucked up, even to be for others besides those. And the king of the south shall be mighty, and one of his princes, and shall prevail against him, and bear rule. His dominion shall be a great dominion, and in the end of years they shall be joined together. For the king's daughter of the south shall come to the king of the north to make an agreement. She shall not retain the power of the arm, neither shall he continue, nor his arm, but she shall be delivered to death. And they that brought her, and he that begot her, and he that comforteth her in these times. But out of the bud of her roots shall one stand up in his stead, which shall come with an army, and shall enter into the fortress of the king of the north, and do with them as he list, and shall prevail. And shall also carry captives into Egypt their gods, and their molten images, and with their precious vessels of silver and gold. And he shall continue more years than the king of the north. So the king of the south shall come into his kingdom, and shall return into his own land. Wherefore his sons shall be stirred up, and shall assemble a great and mighty army, and one shall come and overflow and pass through. Then shall he return and be stirred up at his fortress. And the king of the south shall be angry, and shall come forth and fight with him, even with the king of the north. For he shall set forth a great multitude, and the multitude shall be given into his hand. Then the multitude shall be proud, and their heart shall be lifted up. For he shall cast down thousands, but he shall not still prevail. For the king of the north shall return, and shall set forth a greater multitude than afore, and shall come forth after certain years with a mighty army and great riches. And at that same time there shall be many stand up against the king of the south. Also the rebellious children of thy people shall exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall fall. So the king of the north shall come and cast up a mount, and take the strong city, and the arms of the south shall not resist, neither his chosen people, neither shall there be any strength to withstand. But he that shall come shall do unto him as he list, and none shall stand against him. And he shall stand in the pleasant land, which by his hand shall be consumed. Again he shall set his face to enter with the power of his whole kingdom, and his confederates with him. Thus shall he do, and he shall give him the daughter of women to destroy her. But she shall not stand on his side, neither before him. After this shall he turn his face unto the isles, and shall take many. But a prince shall cause his shame to light upon him, beside that he shall cause his own shame to turn upon himself. For he shall turn his face toward the forts of his own land, but he shall be overthrown and fall, and be no more found. Then shall stand up in his place, in the glory of the kingdom, one that shall raise taxes, but after few days he shall be destroyed, neither in wrath nor in battle. And in his place shall stand up a vile person, to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom, but he shall come in peaceably, and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. And the arms shall be overthrown with a flood before him, and shall be broken, and also the prince of the covenant. And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, for he shall come up and overcome with a small people. He shall enter into the quiet and plentiful province, and he shall do that which his fathers have not done, nor his fathers' fathers. He shall divide among them the prey and the spoils, and the substance, yea, and he shall forecast his devices against strongholds, even for a time. Also he shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south with a great army. And the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army. But he shall not stand, for they shall forecast and practice against him. Yea, they that feed of the portion of his meat shall destroy him, and his army shall overflow, and many shall fall and be slain. And both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall talk of deceit at one table. But it shall not avail, for yet the end shall be at the time appointed. Then shall he return into his land with great substance, for his heart shall be against the holy covenant. So shall he do and return to his own land. At the time appointed he shall return, and come toward the south. But the last shall not be as the first, for the ships of Chittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be sorry and return and fret against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall set up the abominable desolation. And such as wickedly break the covenant shall be caused to sin by flattery, but the people that do know their God shall prevail and prosper. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many. Yet they shall fall by the sword, and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days. Now when they shall fall, they shall be holpen with a little help, but many shall cleave unto them feigningly. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them, and to purge and to make them white, till the time be out. For there is an appointed time. And the king shall do what him list. He shall exalt himself and magnify himself against all that is God, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the wrath be accomplished, for the determination is made. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desires of women, nor care for any god, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his place shall he honor the god Malzim, and the God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver, and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the holds of Malzim, with a strange god whom he shall acknowledge. He shall increase his glory, and shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. And at the end of the time shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots, and with horsemen, and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries, and shall overflow and pass through. He shall enter also into the pleasant land, and many countries shall be overthrown. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab, and the chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hands also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape, but he shall have power over the treasuries of gold and silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt, and of the Libyans, and of the black Moors, where he shall pass. But the tidings out of the east and north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great wrath to destroy and root out many. He shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious and holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. Daniel chapter 12. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there had began to be a nation unto that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and perpetual contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness shall shine as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book, till the end of the time. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the brink of the river, and the other on that side of the brink of the river. And one said unto the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, When shall the end of these wonders be? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand, his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall tarry for a time, 2 times and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. Then I heard it, but I understood it not. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the end of time. Many shall be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall have understanding, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abominable desolation set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,335 days. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand up in thy lot at the end of the days.